Welcome to our channel, Always Keep Moving. We are Anna and Kelvin and we're doing our round the world trip. We have already completed the first leg of our journey, which was in Central America. We've also completed South America and we had a great safari for a month in Africa. From there we went to the Middle East, and after seeing some fantastic sights in the Middle East, we are now starting the third leg of our journey, which is Thailand and the rest of Asia.
Don't forget to watch our previous videos from Latin America, Africa and the Middle East. And also don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, we just made it back to Hanoi. Just got off the bus, phoned a Grab, it's like their equivalent to an Uber. And yeah, seems a nice guy. We're on our way and it's rush hour Friday afternoon traffic. But he seems on it, he's jibbing in and out of traffic, and yeah, certainly not a Sunday driver. But yeah, okay. Hopefully there'll be no problems checking in the hostel, and at least now there's a bit of blue sky, it's a comfortable temperature. Okay, sat in a nice little coffee shop. I'm having my Earl Grey tea, Anna's had her hot chocolate, and I'll just show you outside and where it is. We found it's actually the best little coffee shop we found here, and not as expensive. Right, this Buffalo Hostel, which is a little bit of a landmark in Hanoi. You're literally 20 meters across the road from there, so that's a good place to stay at. The other one, the A25 Hotel, that's another budget hotel that's very popular, but this place is literally right on the corner. You know, downstairs is where you buy it and you can sit up on the balcony if you want. But pound for pound, this is the best place. There's a chain here called Highlands Coffee. I suppose they're equivalent to Starbucks. And to be honest, these are much cheaper and much better. So if you're in Hanoi, I'd say skip the chains, come here, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you won't regret it.
Back in Hanoi, it's a Saturday night here and we're staying in an area that is like the coast and road of Hanoi. There's so much people out and bars everywhere. Kelvin have parked ourselves here on a tiny little chair. It's a table for children, like. So we're just sitting in a little four-way crossing here on the street. We have found a Turkish döner kebab place, and we just craved something else to eat today. So yeah, we have just gotten our little chicken kebab, and we're just sitting here along the street in Hanoi. And we're gonna enjoy a lovely little kebab here now. Just a couple of 100 meters away from the hostel that we're staying, they have this nice park area which is surrounding this nice beautiful lake. And as you can see, there's lots of people here just out strolling, running, having ice cream with their friends. And it's really great to see that even in a big city as Hanoi, they still have a beautiful green area in the middle of it. So we are just a little bit of a stone throw away from our hostel, and we're visiting the so-called Red Bridge here in Hanoi, where they also have a temple or pagoda at the other end of it. But it's surrounded by this cute little lake, if you can call that. And it's absolutely perfect temperature in Hanoi today. It's probably around 22-23 degrees. So we have finally come to a place where they have a lagom temperature, as we say in Sweden. Lagom is a good word. There's not really a word for it in English, but not too hot, not too cool, just the right balance. So we'll go a little bit closer to the bridge and see what's on the other side. Okay, I've paid the entrance fee of 30,000 dong to go inside to see the Red Bridge. So 30,000 dong is probably about €1.5. And then it's also, you come into a temple there. Thank you. Okay, so here we are on the beautiful Red Bridge. Yeah, we've just been walking along the whole lake this morning, me and Kelvin, and it's a little bit gray and overcast today, but it's a beautiful day here in Hanoi. It's perfect temperature, just 21-22 degrees, and yeah, it's been a real great morning. We've been walking in some real quaint neighborhoods, areas, different. Okay, I'm gonna venture in to the temple area or pagoda and see how it's looking inside.
I actually think this little stand here is the place 20, whatever it was, 7-8 years ago when I was here last time, that we actually ate the first night we got here. Had a little baguette and ended up sitting there. But, I mean, it was 100% different last time. I mean, no street lights, no whatever. We just sat in the dark on this little corner, like, yeah, and a little short thing. But yeah, okay. How times have changed, but it's just quite quirky seeing it again. I mean, it's hard to say 100%, but I'm pretty sure that was the same place.
Okay, me and Kelvin are going to the cinema in Hanoi, and we just got dropped off by our Grab here, and it looks like it's going to be inside this super fancy shopping gallery I like, and it's really high. And it only has the luxury brands here. It's like Gucci, Cartier, Rolex, Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel. Yeah, they have big cars on display. Yeah, it's one of them really luxurious gallerias. Nothing in our budget. Land Rover, yeah. Yeah, but a real fancy one. We wish we could have had the money to just go into any of these stores and buy fancy stuff, but maybe not in this lifetime, but never say never, right? Okay, so for the God knows how many times it's been now.
5, 6, 7, maybe.
6th, 7th time maybe on this trip so far, we are going to the cinema again. We wanted to see Babylon with Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie, and it said on the internet that they would show it on this cinema, but we came here and it turned out that they didn't.
Google was lying.
Google was lying. Very unusual, right? Yeah, so we just had to pretty much take whatever other English-speaking movie they had, and
one called, what was it called again?
It's called just Missing, like more of a thriller, like, yeah. So
it seems like someone goes on holiday, disappears,
yeah,
and the daughter has to go looking for them.
Yeah. So yeah, this cinema is in that very, very fancy shopping galleria. So it looks a little bit different maybe than your average cinema. But yeah, they still have the normal as usual popcorn and that stuff. But yeah, so we'll go in. Movie starts in 10 minutes. And hopefully it will still be good.
So we're leaving the shopping mall. We've just seen a movie called Missing, and it was actually really good. Really good movie actually. A real nice, pleasant surprise. You know, one of them. Yeah, I've done it a few times over the years. Been stranded somewhere, gone to a place, fancied a movie just to pass the night. Absolutely nothing on, all foreign, and it's like one English film, and you think you've never heard of it, you don't know any actors in it, but then you see it and you're all actually really pleasantly surprised. So yeah, that's how it turned out. So yeah, a nice movie. On our way home, we're by the lake. I think you should be able to see it in the distance. So we're going to cross over the road and just nice steady little stroll back to our hostel by the lake. Yeah, even though it's 9 o'clock at night and dark, they're all doing their exercise. Cool to see, actually. Yeah, good for them. So we'll just continue. Nice stroll. And we've come to the little red bridge that we was on today in daylight, walking across. Now it's lit up at night time, and as you can see, everything else is lit up on the lake. And yeah, we're basically 100 meters up past the bridge, and we're back right in the area where we're staying. So yeah, just a nice, perfect 10-minute stroll home after the cinema. Yeah, perfect way to finish a nice day in Hanoi in Vietnam. Okay, good morning everybody. It's the next morning. It's Tuesday morning. We've had our breakfast and we're just going for a walk around the lake. So this is the lake where we walked home by last night. And if I turn slightly to the left, there is the little bridge and a pagoda thing. We went up there and then straight over there, that's where the pagoda is that you seen lit up last night. And yeah, what can I say? I mean, we're just on the other side of the lake, walking down. We're heading towards the French Quarter.
Which we think maybe we even were in yesterday.
Without even realising, yeah, possibly, yeah. It's the way it looks on the map. So anyway, we're just going exploring, taking in a few sights. If we see something else on the way, we'll post it and keep you up to date. But yeah, perfect temperature. We're just enjoying a nice stroll by the water. So we just come out of a little art exhibition. Actually, very, very good. Really, really clever paintings. They were actually embroidered kind of thing. I don't quite know what the real word is, but it was actually like tiny sort of strings of cotton sort of tied round, and they kind of multi-layered them. I didn't really want to take pictures in there. I don't know if you could, like, but yeah, anyway, so we're up here. We're heading over the road, which is the start of the French Quarter, so we'll kind of keep you a little bit more in tune with what we're seeing over there. So we're crossing the road to what we think, according to the map, is looking like entering the French Quarter. And as you can see here, you had all the big brand names there, French brands, Philippe Patek, Chopard, and all the usual Dior and them. So yeah, we're crossing over the big Metropole hotel here. Unfortunately, we're not staying there, but we're going to head across the road, and well, when we get a chance and a gap in the traffic, and we'll show you more as we get closer in. So as you can see from the parking facilities, you are definitely in Asia. But you look across the road, a little organic shop, little trendy little coffee shop, sort of looks kind of Japanese, sounds Japanese. A few nice shops here. And over the road, more upmarket restaurants. So yeah, I mean, that is, it's kind of that cool infusion of France meets Asia kind of thing. How you kind of envision in Indochina of old kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's I like it. It's perfect temperature. You got nice leafy green streets. Just going for a little walk, and you can pretty much feel that you've got away from the city and you're just enjoying nice suburban life. It's great actually. I couldn't recommend it more if you're ever in Hanoi. So yeah, lots more art galleries, nice restaurants, and all sort of combination of really modern looking buildings with more traditional looking buildings. And it's great. Yeah, what can you say? Yeah, if you're ever in Hanoi, come exploring. It's a perfect way to pass a couple of hours and just sit and take in the city, I suppose.
We found a really good Indian restaurant here in Hanoi called PK Spice Indian Restaurant. And it's the second time we go here now, and it's been really good so far. But look at the size of this garlic naan. This is just one naan that we have ordered, and that's the size of it. I don't know if you can see my hand compared to it now to give it some perspective. It's massive.
Yeah, the size of your arm.
Yeah, exactly.
3/4 the length of your arm.
Yeah.
So I'm finally here at my gym, the little Sem gym, okay? You kind of go in, it looks to me like some old school or something, and you go up the stairs and it's up there on the top floor. Oh, and here we are. An old sweater workhorse gym. Oh, yeah, proper 80s style, but I actually really like it, I've got to say. Everything you need, yeah, as long as you know what you're doing, you can get on with it. Okay, workout done, feeling good. It's about 9 in the morning, so I'm gonna head home, get some breakfast and get ready for our last day in Hanoi.
We have made our way over to the so-called train street here in Hanoi. Kelvin is climbing up to go on to, or to look at the train tracks and see how he goes. All right, here he goes. Hopefully no train will be coming now. Okay, I'll go after him and see how we do.
So I'm up on the train track, and there's people living right across it. Nothing out of the ordinary, like, it's just a train track. So we're going to go exploring a bit more, and they're sort of making out it's some kind of special tourist thing here. It's one of the to-see sites, so looks a bit of an anticlimax to me, so hopefully we'll find another little section of it that seems a bit better. But anyway, we'll go look in and see what happens. Yeah, as you get a bit further down, it becomes a little bit of a tourist hub. There's cafes right on the train track, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's more a little, what can you say, replica of how you envision Indochina 100 years ago, So yeah. So yeah, we'll go exploring, see where we end up. Yeah, there was an attempted police stop, but he just kind of played dumb and walked through it. And yeah, it all extends along here with nice cafes up there on both sides, down by the tracks. And yeah, you can choose where and what you want to do here, eat, drink, or whatever you want. But yeah, it looks cool, we'll go exploring.
It's mad traffic in Hanoi. That is the one thing we said we're not going to miss about Vietnam. We're not going to miss the madness of the traffic here.
Most of Asia's mad, but I think this takes a biscuit, right?
Yeah.
There's definitely more structure in Taiwan, Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real.
I don't remember Cambodia being as bad as this, do you?
No, definitely not. So there is something going on in Hanoi, in this area where we're staying. They have put up a big stage over here, and you can tell that there's people either gonna sing or dance, or there's something going on. But right now we are just at the street where they have a little night market. And that's something that I have, I think, every day. It's not connected to the event that's going on now. But yeah, just like in Thailand and these places, selling everything really. Sunglasses on us. Oh, Kelvin is already finding his t-shirts. Yeah, so as you can see, it just goes on a long row. So yeah, you will be able to find anything here really, like it usually is.
It was getting late, so Anna went home, but I could not go home because I had to go and watch the game. And despite the time difference, which it ended up being the middle of the night, it was definitely worth it because we was there watching the boys lift our first trophy for, well, too many years, and we'd like to mention. But hopefully, it's going to be the first of a few trophies this season. Happy days ahead.
Kelvin are gonna visit the prison here in Hanoi, where they kept a lot of the American prisoners during the war, and we're taking one of these little cyclo taxis to get there. So yeah, that's a real touristic thing that you have to do when you're here in Vietnam. We're sitting in the cyclo taxi, slowly making our way to the main road.
So we're here at the museum. We've just got our tickets. We're going inside and we'll see what it's like. So yeah, hopefully should be good. Yeah. Okay, so we're going through the entrance and see what's inside. I spoke to a few people that's done it and they recommended it, so hopefully should be good. The dungeon of where they were kept. Here's one with open doors, and you can see the shackles over here, and it's a bit more, slightly lighter in here so you can see a bit better. But just a small room, 2 people shackled up. So as you can see, it is quite a well laid out, professionally structured museum, and yeah, I recommend coming. Yeah, it's definitely worth a morning or an afternoon. Even if you're not a real history buff, it still gives more of an in-depth background on Vietnamese recent history and culture. The one small criticism I do have of it is the Vietnamese were very badly treated during French occupation, and they devote at least 80, probably 90% of it is devoted to their bad treatment and how they were enslaved here during that period, which is absolutely fine. But the other 10% is basically how they treated the American prisoners of war during the Vietnam American War. But they make out they got VIP treatment, which is somewhat different than what I've heard. But anyway, I'm not here to judge, but it's definitely worth coming. If you're a history buff, you've got to come. And even if not, it's definitely worth a morning if you're ever in Hanoi. So we are here on our last night in Hanoi. We've just come out of our favourite Indian restaurant and we're just strolling home and just sort of took a minute to take in the last sights of the madness of Hanoi and all the lights and everything else. But we've had a great time here, and I mean, it's unrecognisable from when I was here in the 90s, like, it really is, truly. It's just like 2 totally different places. You can't even compare. But despite how busy it is now, it's still got a combination of character and everything else. And yeah, now it is. It's lovely. We've had a great time here. But Anna and I, yeah, we're both ready to leave Vietnam now. So it's basically straight home to bed. Early night, up at 4:30 in the morning. And yeah, early taxi to the airport, and then yeah, back in business the following day. Get to Philippines. What time did we get to Cebu, Anna?
5:20 in the afternoon.
So by the time we get, we're lucky if we're at the hotel for 7 o'clock. So by the time you eat and have a shower, the night's sort of over really. So yeah, so tomorrow's a bit of a write-off, but hopefully as from Tuesday, we'll start doing a few more videos and giving you a rundown on Cebu and the Philippines. So here comes Anna with our breakfast.
Yes.
We're here at the airport. We made it in time, and as you can see, it's quite a nice, modern looking airport. And yeah, the check-in went reasonably smooth, so hopefully our bags will make it to Cebu and we go from there. So yeah, really, so far so good. Basically eat, drink our coffee, and then go through and start getting ready. So yeah, goodbye Vietnam, hello to the Philippines.